I'm super excited. I don't know how today's show is just somehow tunaenda tukiingia hivi. It's seamless today, and I love it. It's time for Book Circle. And on Book Circle today, we are focusing on the book called The Campus Exile by CollinsSakwa. Welcome to the show, Collins.
Thank you very much.
Uko salama?
Niko salama.
You know, something interesting. Maybe please introduce yourself before I get ahead of myself.
Okay. I'm CollinsSakwa Ngoma. I'm a Kenyan author, a budding one. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
You know, I really wanted to hear what you're going to say. When you said author and then you added budding one, I understand. Because on the acknowledgement bit, you say, I started sharing The Campus Exile on my Facebook wall because I did not trust myself as an author. It took my online readers' persistent persuasion and encouragement before I accepted myself as an author. So there was a battle going on within you. You had words to say, you had things to share, but you didn't feel like you were in that place. The title wasn't for you at that point.
Yeah, true. I think it was born out of that the way I grew up. I never thought myself as an author at any point in my life.
Oh yeah?
Never. Until I was 25. Yeah. That's when it was born after I dropped out of campus and I was home now reading books. That's when I started conceiving the idea of writing books. So from there I started sharing short stories on Facebook majorly, and that were highly received. And it's from there that most readers or most of my followers encouraged me to pursue a career as an author.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you see how this just ties in with the conversation we were having earlier with Dr. Susan?
Yeah.
Because during that time when you got out of school, it's when your gifts was birthed as well.
Yeah, true.
Which is beautiful. Let's get to The Campus Exile. What is this book about?
This book is about, probably it's a fictional book based on the campus life of Kenyan students. You know, it's basically what goes on within our universities: drugs, sex, education, obviously, crime, you know, the crime of making money within schools. It entails within those themes.
All of that is in here.
Yeah.
You know, it would be easily coined to think that it's your life because the campus exile, and you didn't finish campus, you exiled. You finished school. But are this based on like personal experiences, things that you probably witnessed while you were in campus?
I could say it's a fictional book that is inspired by experiences that I experienced in campus. Okay. Not entirely, but some.
But some.
Yeah.
Let's talk about maybe the hassle, because I think that's the very first time that we sort of like umetumwa kutoka ushago umeitwa University Nairobi, unatumiwa ka 1,000, 2,000. Somehow you find yourself wanting to get more or needing a bit more money. How is that also depicted in this book? What storyline or how is that brought out?
It is the main storyline or the main theme in the book, The Campus Exile. It follows the life of I heard the last speaker was speaking about career students. Yeah.
Yes.
So it is follow the life of career students who are into making illegal money within campus. So like when you are, for instance, at a university like the University of Nairobi,
yes,
then you meet let me say prominent people, not necessarily prominent, but drug lords within Nairobi who are willing to expand their trade to students or use students as foot soldiers to supply their drugs to people,
other students
and other people within the city. Now they employ the students who now do the supply and who make sure the students are hooked more on their drugs.
That's how they make the money.
That's how they make the money. And the other way is that there's another lead character who has an online brothel, I could say. So she lures poor girls who are from slums or from the village who want to make money by linking them to rich men.
Okay.
So when for instance she has this website where one has to log in, if a rich man comes and probably pays, let's say 5,000 to maybe have sex with a girl or a campus girl, she makes, let's say, 30% and the girl takes 70%. So that's one way that
you've brought that out as well. Would you say there's something that, well, you've said it's fictional, yes, but then it's also based on things that are actually happening
true.
in our universities.
True.
And like Daktari said, there are people who are like that in school. They just continue staying because they know what they're getting.
True.
But then do we find a solution in here? Do we find, a direction for students as well when they're reading this? Because it will be for fun for me because I'm not in university, but for people who are already in uni and they're struggling with the things that they're going through.
Yeah, there is. For example, one of the main character is fighting the vices now. He takes the lead and rallies on other students to raise up and fight the vices that are happening within the university. So if someone is going through, let's say, such kind of things, like you have those people within your circle who are selling drugs or who are abusing drugs, you have that liberty to take and voice your frustration or seek solution yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. It looks like a book that I would love to read.
Thank you.
I haven't read it. And how long ago since you released this one?
From 2019 December.
2019 December.
Yeah.
And being an author, this is the very first one.
This is my first book, yeah.
How's the reception been? I mean, on social media, it was huge and people kept pushing you to just give us more. And you did.
Yeah.
Did they receive this well? Ama tunasomanga tu vitu kwa Facebook?
No, the reception was well, I would say that. I never thought I would be impressed as much as I've been. As I am a budding author, I will say an upcoming author. To be impressed in such a manner was something I never anticipated.
Okay.
But it has been well. I'm still growing, I could say that.
Collins, you are an author. We are holding your book. You need to settle into the title. You need to settle in there because that is what you are and it burns within you. And what was the toughest thing? Was there for you to write this and put it out there? What was the biggest hurdle?
My biggest hurdle was the fear.
No.
I think it comes with any artist, whether you are a first-time musician, your first-time actor, the fear of probably you think I won't be received or I won't measure up to the standards of Kina Ngugi Thiong'o and Kina Yvonne Odhiambo, those high-end authors, The fear really pushed me back because I thought I was not good enough. Yeah.
But then after releasing the book, has that
no,
notion, it's still there?
No.
It's not there anymore.
Not there, completely.
So that was so you were fighting yourself. And in terms of publication and, getting a house that can do that for you, how was that? Was it easy? Had you identified one?
The good thing at this moment, during this generation of being an author, there is something called self-publishing.
Great.
If you believe that you good enough, like the moment I was made to believe that I was good enough, you can decide to pursue your own path as an author and as a publisher.
Okay.
You write your book and publish on your own without the help of a traditional publisher.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is what you did.
That's what I did.
It was comfortable for you to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going to have some more coming up? Is there any, are there other books as well?
Yes. I have two books published. This is the Campus Exile, and then there's one called Premium Tears.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one I published in November last year, and unfortunately right now it's out of print.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm working on another book called Goons of Nairobi.
Goons, what did we do to you? What is that about?
It's about the criminal side of Nairobi, Nairobi City. Yeah.
And what about that criminal side?
It's talking about a secret billionaire society.
A secret billionaire society.
Yes.
Okay. Fictional as well?
Fictional.
Kabla tuanze kukutafuta huku.
Uweze
kutafutwa na mabazua hii town.
No. It's a fictional book. Yeah. It's a fictional book that follows the life of 4 criminal billionaires in Kenya who are engaged in criminal activities like tax evasion, murder, and extortion, all that, and drug trafficking, all those dirty criminals that a billionaire could engage, but they wash, or they have PR people, or social media strategists who sanitize them in the eyes of the people, or eyes of the public.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like any other artist out there, sometimes we have, like, you know, the creative block, writer's block, call it whatever. That's the block that comes and you feel like, sidhani kama ninaweza tena, ama I just want to take a break. Nothing, whatever I'm writing is not creative, it's not flowing anymore. Do you ever get to those spaces?
Yes, like it's something that could really push you to, it could push you until you give up to whatever you're doing. I almost gave up on the book that I'm currently writing because it has taken me close to 6 months. Normally I take 3 months to write a book, the first 2 books. And when I indulged into this, it became heavier.
Yes.
It is a difficult book because I'm still writing it. It reached a point where I thought, okay, this is not a book that I should be writing. It's too difficult for me. You know. But after some time, you just take a break. If you're experiencing that, you take a break, you stop doing anything, or maybe you go back to writing short stories. Like, so I usually share short stories on social media or threads on Twitter. Okay. So if I come across such a moment, I take a break from writing and I write something else. Then at some point, I think it just comes naturally. An idea will just strike your head, and then you
just get in there.
Yeah.
And in a flow, sasa. And in terms of research, how do you go about it? I'm just, you know, because there's things that you know.
Yeah.
Then you have this idea. Do you try to do more in terms of understanding how maybe those people work, or how do you get this material that it's fiction, yes, but it's also relatable, and we can see there's a bit of research in there as well? Yeah.
You know, I don't think if there's someone who has ever written a book that is entirely fictional, like this, something has never happened, apart from probably those people who write fantasy.
Yes.
Epic, yeah. So, but if you're writing fictional, like you're writing about a drug lord, or you're writing about a fictional story based in a hospital, you have to be conversant with the hospital setting. If you're writing a fictional book based in court sessions or in court, you have to study law, you have to do research. So it's something that is not that easy. You have this idea that this lawyer is going to be swindled, or is going to be killed, or this lawyer is going to win a case. So what comes after that? You have to go and research how lawyers work, how they portray themselves in court, their language, their everything. So as much like there's this book I'm currently reading by a Nigerian author. It's called I Do Not Come to You by Chance.
Okay.
So while I was reading, I came across something that I felt was not true.
Okay.
Because she said she once watched a documentary about an East African tribe with a clicking sound, you know. So
lies.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm from
not
East Africa.
Us.
This is not us. You know? So if you are becoming an author, to avoid something like that, I'm writing like in this book the two hospital scenes or 2 hospital chapters. If you are taking a character inside the hospital, you have to do research on their condition, their medical, the treatment and everything. Because a doctor might read your book and be like, okay, this guy is bluffing, like you don't know what he was reading.
Yes.
You know? So you have to be accurate with whatever you're writing.
Absolutely. I don't know how you're researching about the Goon one now. Very curious. Goons of Nairobi.
Yes, you have to do it. You have to do, because you have to do research. For instance, something happened this weekend that is so close to the plot that I'm building, like subplot. You know. So
that then you're open, your mind is open to such things that happen.
Yeah,
so you'll pick up from news, pick up from reports from DCI. You'll just go picking up information as you go.
Yeah, you have to. For instance, the book has scenes in Mogadishu, Somali. I've never been there.
Yes.
So you have to do research
a lot.
Everything. Yeah. So it does not come very easy that way. you have to research.
The more we should appreciate what you do, you know, because it takes a lot of work.
It takes.
And you've given us 2 books, and you're doing another book, and we're eager to see how that goes. How can people get this book? Where is it stocked?
Yeah, currently they're stocked in 2 bookshops within Nairobi. That's Noria Bookshop and Rafu Bookshop.
Rafu?
Rafu Bookshop. And then there is Noria. I think Noria is along my avenue. Yeah.
Yeah, and they deliver every other part.
They deliver everywhere.
Okay.
Or someone can reach me directly.
Please tell us how.
Through social media. I have a Twitter account. The handle is at CollinsSakwa, Sakwa with an H.
Uko mwisho.
Sorry? Yeah.
Sakwa at the H at the end.
Yeah.
And on Facebook?
On Facebook there's Sakwa Ngoma. And then on, those 2 I think. Yeah.
Those 2. And how much is the book going for?
It's 1,000 each.
It's 1,000 each.
Yeah.
Please, let's support Collins. This is an amazing story. Check out his social media on Facebook, especially where he shares short stories, so that kama unataka motivation kidogo na hii conversation ija convince kabisa, just check out his social media to just see what else is in there. It's 1,000 bob. Let's support our own. And tumesema kutoka leo hakuna badding. Wewe ni author.
Thank you. I'll impress that.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
This is very, very impressive. And the font is amazing.
Thank you.
It's a book that it feels nice when you, smells good as well. This has been a great, great show. Everything was seamless and I loved it, and I love you guys. I think we started well. I mean, with 3 awards. Yeah? 3 awards, guys. Thanks to you. Asanteni sana, sana, sana. Let's keep doing what you're doing. And we'll do this all over again tomorrow. So have a great day and a blessed week as well. Kwaherini.